Let's see what we got going on. Jay Powell says, quick question, Rob, I'm not sure, but at one point, didn't you believe in God and or Jesus? What information turned you away from that regardless of research? What information turned you away from that regardless of research? Wait, what? Research turned me away from that. Research, and I did believe in God and Jesus at one point. I was a Christian, 28 years of my life spent being ignorant and weak and scared. I spent 28 years doing that because that's what I was taught. And once I learned who and what King James was and who they stole the story of Jesus was, I'm like, well, this is bullshit. And then it was all in from there. That's really all it was. Nothing super deep going on. I just did some research. That's all you gotta do. Figure out who wrote the book that you read and getting power from. And if you've been following me for a while, there are things that Christianity do teach that aren't negative things, that are positive things. To me, I don't think you should be believing it. Almost like when parents teach their kids to believe in Santa as opposed to just telling their kids the story of Santa. That's how adults are treated with Jesus. You can't just hear the story of Jesus and just listen to the story of Jesus. You have to believe in the story of Jesus, which is where I think the disconnect is. The same way we teach our kids about Santa. Why can't you just tell your kids about Santa, the North Pole, and Rudolph and just let it be stories? Same way we tell the stories of Hercules and Zeus, and these are just stories. Now, there are people that do believe in Greek mythology wholeheartedly, but these are just stories. I don't know why we don't treat the Bible the same way. That's just odd to me. That's odd to me. You try to play me. Miss Wright, don't play me to my 3 dreads under the fitted. Bald head under the goddamn fitted now. I don't got 3 dreads hanging on that bitch. But old men will do that shit. I see some old ass niggas that shit's just gone. They got like a short piece here and there and some long. Like, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh boy, as soon as I start talking about religion, the questions start flowing the fuck in. But okay, I can't say your name. I'm gonna try. A-Y-A-N-K Brima. I could be saying it wrong. If I am, I do apologize. Hey, what do you think about the African spiritual systems instead of religion? I think that to me, it's the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it doesn't empower you, again, if it empowers you, do your thing. I'm not here to, I don't believe in African spiritual systems, Asian spiritual systems, Jamaican spiritual systems, Christianity. I don't believe in any of this shit at all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to knock someone. If you believe, if you believe in it, that's fine. But I don't believe in any of it at all. I think all my power is right here and right here in my brain and in my heart. This is where all my power is. I don't need a spirit to come in, enlighten me or inspire me or give me anything. I don't need any of that. You know what I'm saying? But if that's what you're into, then more power to you. You know, I'm not going to knock anybody for that, but I don't believe in none of that shit at all. I believe I'm here. I don't know how I got here. I don't know what happens when I die, but I know that, you know, I'm just out here and I don't really need stories or fables of greatness. I don't need to feel like somebody's watching over me, to feel empowered, to feel confident, to feel fearless. I don't need those things, but most people do. So, you know, if that's what you got to do, whether it's African or not, that's almost like them making Jesus black. And, you know, people be like, well, I don't believe in the white Jesus. I believe in the black one. I'm just like, okay. You know, whatever gives you the power that you need to make it through the fucking day. I just don't need any of it. Wow. Simon Belmont says, why do you hate God, Rob? God doesn't exist. For something that's almost like saying, man, I hate blue leopards. Hold on. Motherfucker say, man, I hate blue leopards. You look at that motherfucker like, you hate what? You hate what? To me, God, the way you understand it, doesn't exist. I can't hate something that doesn't exist. What I can say is that all of y'all's gods are on rest break. All of the spirits that y'all got out here, they're resting. They sleep. None of these guys give a fuck about what's going on out here in these streets. But I can't hate something that doesn't, So I don't hate God. C Noble says, Rob, do you not believe in praying to your ancestors? No, I do not believe in, I don't think y'all understand. I don't pray. I don't talk to nobody but myself. That's it. I motivate me like, Rob, what the fuck, man? Get your ass up. Get it together. Let's go. Like, I talk to myself. I don't talk to spirits. I don't talk to gods. I don't talk to anyone. I talk to me. Because that's essentially what y'all doing anyway. Unless you conjuring up some shit, like you got some other shit going on with you, but you talk to yourself. I'm not praying to any ancestors. I can respect the work that the ancestors done. Don't be sad. See, Noble to my well, damn sad face. Why are you sad? Don't be sad. I haven't had any spiritual encounters. I haven't seen no ghosts, nothing like that. Anthony Anthony says, do you believe in miracles? I believe that things happen that are amazing. Amazing things happen all the time. Hell, look outside. Nature is amazing in itself, by itself. It's amazing. But miracles has, to me, it has a religious undertone to it. Almost like somebody did it. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't say I believe in miracles, but what I can say is I do believe that amazing things are happening all the time, constantly. Amazing things are happening all the time. So these concepts, even the concept of God himself, it came from, religion. You wouldn't even, the word God came from some form of religion, some form of you worshiping this being, this entity, because they are God, so therefore they should be worshiped. So we don't even understand where you got the word God from. It came from religion. It came from these stories of these great gods that many ancestors used to tell these stories to explain water, to explain air, to explain lightning, to explain everything, because they didn't really have anything else. So they came up with stories to explain these things, made a person responsible for these things happening, or people, depending on whether you're dealing with a polytheistic system or a monotheistic system, depending on, where you are with it. They explained the seasons, explained everything. So all of these concepts that we have, even the word God itself, came from this. So even if there was a God, how the fuck y'all even know that's what he want to be called? Ain't nobody checked with him. The nigga didn't write shit like they claim he did. He didn't even write. What if y'all talking to the wrong motherfucker? Ain't nobody checked for his name at all. Y'all just call it God. I think that's odd to me too. You don't know if there's a entity out here. You don't know what he want to be called because ain't nobody checked. We just call him God, G-O-D, before the letters G, O, and D, before the word God, what do you call it? What do you call it? But that's the way my mind thinks. I'm not saying y'all have to think like that. I'm not trying to convince anybody. This is the shit. Clearly, this is what y'all want to talk about. So it's not me. I do not meditate. I take showers with my eyes closed sometimes. I do that. I don't meditate, I guess, in the way that you understand meditation. I'll sit in silence and just breathe and chill, and just be chill, that's what I do. I mean, I wouldn't call it meditation, really. I just be thinking. I be thinking about shit, But I know that some people need, people need to feel empowered, and I understand that. If meditation makes you feel empowered, meditate. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you need to do to feel empowered, do that. But I don't do anything. But I talk to myself. That's all I do. I talk to myself, and sometimes I take long ass showers with my eyes closed, just drifting off, just chilling, vibing, feeling everything around me. And thus far, it's been pretty cool for me. It's been pretty cool for me. Oh man, this question. I swear, I answer this question a lot. I'll do this one more time for you, Aniki Brima. And this is one question that people ask me all the time. Anytime you tell people that you don't believe in spirits, you don't believe in God, they will ask this question because their minds have been programmed to follow up with this question. So I'll answer this question for you, just because you're here, and I appreciate you for being here. She says, then what is your theory of how we got here in the first place? 3 simple words. I don't know. And then boom, period at the end. Now, what I could do, and like many people before me have done, I could come up with my own story. What most of y'all believe is that people are smarter than you. That's what y'all do. Y'all take stories that people told that were clearly smarter than you, and you believe them. You see, you can make your own story essentially, because all people did was they created their own stories. I don't know how we got here. I don't have a theory of how we got here. I do believe the human being doesn't belong on this planet. I do believe that. I think we came from somewhere else, just based on the ecosystem, based on the animal kingdoms. I don't think we belong here. I just don't think we belong here. But I don't have a concrete, like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know where everything came from, but that's okay with me. I don't need to understand where we came from. I don't need to understand where I'm going. I got to deal with this shit right now, right here, you know. At least that's how my mind is not concerned with how we got here. I do have theories. I like to laugh at things. You know what I'm saying? I like to laugh at what may happen. What if reincarnation is real? You know, I like to think about different things, but I don't know. I don't have a concrete theory to say I believe in it, because we really don't know. Y'all taking the words of other people that's telling you that they knew, and they didn't even know. That's why these stories came. They know what the fuck. Water, that's amazing. Water, well, there must be a goddamn river goddess. There has to be. A river goddess causing this, right? The wind is blowing. There has to be a goddamn wind goddess. That's the same thing everybody did. You know what I'm saying? Or there's one God and he made all this shit. That's somebody else's story. God didn't write that. Your idea of God didn't write that. So I just don't know, and that's okay with me not to know. I don't lose any sleep about not knowing how we got here. So I really have no idea, y'all. I don't know how we got here. I don't know where we're going, but I know we're here. Truth Moses said, research evolution. Like, what the fuck you mean, research evolution? Does a person have to research that? I'm in a 3rd grade or something. I got to research something they taught me in school. Like, that's what they teach in school. Or maybe you ain't talking to me. I don't know. I do not know. But I don't have to research evolution to know that things evolve. The human being isn't evolving, though. Interestingly enough, the animals evolve. You had big animals, they got small. White folk enslaved the dog completely, domesticated dog, but you'll have different, evolution happening this way, animals and stuff like that. The human being, I don't know. I can't really track our evolution, like it's tough for the human. Maybe it'll, I don't know, maybe we'll fucking grow some gills or something at some point. Maybe the water will just take over the whole earth, and then we'll have to adapt to being in, well, the water is, it's already mostly water here. We'll have to adapt to being in some water. Maybe we'll grow some gills or some shit like that. But I really think the only thing or being that would survive the earth is going to be animals and shit. The ocean, in particularly things that live in the water. But I don't fucking know. They can't let it go. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, when y'all start talking about God and Jesus, like, it's so deep to people. It's so concerning to people as to how I exist with just believing in myself. Like, that blows people's minds. That blows people's mind.